Hello.
What do you? Okay, so what's your stand on things?
Oh yeah, so our stance is we're anti-procreation, but you know, by our own individual means, not by like interfering with people's lives, not like taking away bodily autonomy or controlling the population.
I agree with that, by the way.
Well, yeah, we think
Yeah,
we think existing life that's here right now should be the priority. So if you do want to create a family, you do want to help others, you're not helping anyone by pushing them into existence, but you can help those who exist right now, whether it's humans or other animals or a mix of the two. So yeah, that's kind of the larger message that we're trying to encourage. Like, let's help who's already right here, who has real desires, real interests. No one's being deprived or harmed by not coming into existence. You know, even if you love your life so much, like you rarely have a bad day, you just love life, you wouldn't if you didn't exist and you didn't experience all that joy, you wouldn't know otherwise. So and you know, how many people are really living a life with that much joy anyway? So yeah, that's kind of, and we're just trying to spark critical thinking about, you know, procreation to people, because a lot of people are living life kind of on autopilot, and they think that there's certain moves in life they have to make, including having kids, and it's really just a choice. It's an ability, not an obligation. So we want people to realize that.
That's sad, because at weddings the first thing people ask is, you know, when you're gonna have kids.
Mm-hmm. People, they'll get asked by coworkers, they'll get asked by their friends, their parents, and it's like, and then if they do say explicitly that they don't want to have kids, some people will tell them, you're going to regret that, you're selfish. Yeah, yeah. And way more people regret having kids than not having kids. And if you do regret not having kids, it's not the end of the world.
You can always adopt.
Yeah, you can always adopt. Exactly. There's no shortage of already existing life. Like, there's almost 500,000 kids in the U.S. foster care system.
Yeah, I did foster care.
Oh, great.
I adopted too.
Great. Yeah, so you're like the ideal model of our message. But also, you know,
I had two biological, but after that I decided, no, that's it, I'm done.
Yeah.
And after I had my second one, I kept getting asked, when are you going to have the third one?
Oh my God.
No.
Yeah.
Not happening.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. It's already like 1 or 2 kids is already so much work. And a lot of us can't even take care of ourselves adequately. So it's like, why are you making more life?
Yep.
That's going to be dependent on you. So, you know, just trying to get people to think about these basic things. It shouldn't be something we have to actually stand out here and have signs for, but it actually is kind of needed. So, yeah, it is needed.
I'm glad you guys are doing it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
People need to see that.
Yeah.
We agree. You guys have a good night.
Thank you. You too.
We would do anything to have it.
You should kill yourself.
Why would you say that to someone you don't even know? Are we advocating for that?
You should prove you believe in it and kill yourself.
We're not advocating for people to kill themselves. What are you talking about? Thank you.
Well, I'm gay. I can't have kids. So, is that helpful?
Sometimes gay people still try to have kids, but
Yeah.
Do you
This
think
is
the
great.
world's too
Thank you.
overpopulated? Is that the movement here, or?
No, like even if that wasn't an issue or anything. Do you want me to take it?
no, it's good. I got it.
So you're all for birth control then?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, I support this, but I call it, my word for this is depopulationism.
No, we're deprocreationism, because depopulation is when you kill off our existing life, or when you promote that idea, at least. And we don't promote anything like that. We promote helping our existing life and not procreating. So not initiating a new life for someone, but our message has nothing to do with let's actually make life worse or even kill off people for our existing individuals.
Right, so I support that.
Yeah, so that's what we are.
That's the one woman, one child policy.
No, we actually advocate for having no children.
Hello. Yes. What's up? Yeah, like having kids. So like, we basically are saying like, don't have kids. Stop having kids. Yeah. Well, there's a variety variety of reasons.
Explain.
Well, you can ask me nicely. I'm not going to explain if you're going to be like threatening.
I'm pro-life, not pro-death.
This isn't pro-death.
Explain.
How is not having a kid pro-death? How do you explain that to me?
If you have sex, you have babies.
No. Do you have, every time you have sex, do you have a baby?
No.
No? Okay, so then there you go.
Okay, so what is the point of it?
The point is to not have kids and to prioritize already existing life. So if someone wants to parent and has the capability to do so, they should focus on life that's already here. There's
So everyone should
fostering.
adopt.
Yeah, everyone should either adopt if they want to have kids. If they don't want to have kids, then they shouldn't do things they don't want to do.
If they want to have kids,
Then they should foster or adopt. And
but
then
not have their own that look like them.
why do they need to look like them?
Stop having kids.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
All about it.
We got free stickers if you want one. If you want to advertise your attitude.
Stop having kids.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Oh, the less children, the better. My God.
Yeah. The more children that are taken care of that are already here, the better.
Well,
So,
sure, but less kids.
yeah, less humans. Less kids equals less humans.
So you guys are like all about what? What's your goal?
Just to, you know, inspire as many people as possible to think critically about procreation and, you know, to opt out of it. And if someone does want to take care of others, to help life that's already here right now. And to just, you know, validate people who are child-free. Because a lot of people who don't say they don't want to have kids, they're told, oh, you're going to regret that later on. Or who's going to take care of you when you're older, or all these things. So,
Yes. Oh
yeah,
my God. Wait, where's my?
it's a very multi-faceted. Yeah, for sure.
Oh my God. Is it? Am I missing?
Oh, you have to
something?
peel it from that side right there.
Like, is this like a? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, yeah. There you go.
Oh, I'm all about it. Wait. Ability, not obligation. Pro-choice.
Yeah, we're pro-choice.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we're not trying to stop, like, you know, interfere with anyone's bodily autonomy. But we do think one choice is really bad, like having kids.
Having fucking kids.
Yeah,
Stop having kids.
yeah. Exactly.
I'm
That's
all
simple.
about this. So I'm gay, so like I can't have kids.
Okay.
Which is great. I do not want kids at all, ever.
Good. And you don't have to worry about getting anyone pregnant accidentally, so.
Do you have some questions?
First off, I'm intrigued what your guys' message is. I mean,
Sure.
I get sort of the Cliff Notes version. What are you guys all about?
Yeah, so I mean, essentially we do want people to stop having kids, but obviously like it's unrealistic to think that 8 billion people are gonna automatically do that. So our broader message is for people to prioritize already existing life. So if someone is capable of parenting, if they have the means, the emotional capacity, everything like that, we suggest and encourage that rather than bringing another person here to prioritize someone who's already here. So whether that's adopting, fostering, mentoring. I mean, there's so many like seniors that need help, you know, non-human animals and the planet as well. So that's kind of our broader message, but it's really multifaceted. I mean, there's many reasons why we think that people should stop having kids. For me personally, it's like way too much of a gamble to throw someone into this existence without me being able to guarantee that they will be okay, because I can't watch them all the time. I can't protect them all the time. And, you know, I had a pretty decent life. I had a pretty decent upbringing, but I had really horrible things happen to me that, you know, I'm sure my parents would have wished they could have stopped or never happened. But it is what it is. And so I don't want to put that burden on another being when there's so many people here that I could help now and focus my time on that. So, but yeah.
Yeah, I wondered if you guys might have ultimately like kind of a positive redemptive message, which you do.
Yeah, I mean, it's
about
rooted
taking
in
care of others instead
Yeah.
of adding to the population crisis and contributing to climate change. And I totally connect with that. Your initial, like the billboard thing, I found to be kind of fundamentally negative and a little moralizing. So I reacted really negatively to it. but ultimately I think I agree with your message. That's why I just wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, it's rooted
because the
in.
message there was like, wow, don't do this. You were wrong. You know, like.
Well, we don't say that anyone's wrong, but I think that out of the two choices, there's a better choice. But that's true. I mean, our parents dumped their shit onto us. We're dumping our shit onto next generation. So instead of just kind of living the status quo, we should focus on bettering the future for kids that don't have a choice in being here, you know, like neither of us chose to be here, so we should do what we can to ensure that we leave behind something that's better than what was given to us, and that's not really happening right now.
I'm totally aligned.
Adoption is a wonderful thing, but I still think if two people love each other and they want to create a being for themselves, that is a-okay.
Why can you think of an unselfish reason to have kids for two people?
An unselfish reason?
Yeah, like one reason that's not self-focused.
What do you mean by self-focused?
Does it
Because
matter?
like the list right here, huh?
Does it matter though if it's selfish?
Well,
Like,
yeah, I
you're
think
doing
so,
this
because
in a selfish way.
you're forcing a life onto someone who doesn't desire or consent to a world like
isn't
this,
this selfish
and it's a very
right here,
dangerous
though?
world. Isn't it selfish?
Yeah, because
No,
you're. Yeah, it kind of
This is selfish.
though.
Why?
Because, well, you not having children is because you're like, I can have a better quality life, I can do this.
No,
I
that
can
has
do
nothing to do with
that.
it.
And yeah, you can as a single person, but honestly, when you're taking care of another person, if you are a caring and loving, supportive parent, then your job is to nurture and take care of this person and hopefully help them be better people so that they can change the way that we structure our society now, right?
Yeah, our society's kind of been on a downward spiral for like a really long time.
Well,
There's 8
it's
billion
all-
of us.
I
And
mean,
you can do all that same stuff with someone who already exists. Like if you want to instill good
Well, yeah,
values in
but
someone, you can do that with someone who's already
I'm
here.
totally in support of adoption. I get that.
Yeah.
But I also think that just because having children doesn't make you having children for a selfish reason.
But all the reasons, if you ask someone why they have kids, I do it all the time, they always say, I wanted. Like it's because of me. There's no interest from the non-existent to come into existence,
Well-
so you can't do it for someone else's interests.
I don't know, because again, like if you're dealing with people in other countries and the reason why they have children, you know what I mean, is sometimes if you think about these other places, like them having a bigger family, it helps them like support each other as families grow. I come from a very
So you're
small place.
creating someone for labor to exploit
No,
them
it's
so they
not
can help
that.
the community out.
No, see, you're very.
But it is like
but
you're
not.
using them for their work, for what they can produce.
No, it's not.
Then what
I feel
is
like
it?
Because
Everybody has
when you're a
to
parent
have a
and you
job
care
in
about your
society.
parent and you care about your children and you want things to change, they change because you are changing the mindset of the next generation. My kids think totally different than the generation before. I look at my children and the way that they think, because they're mixed race, their values are different, because of the way they think. My world as being older is starting to change. You know what I mean? But that's because they're pushing that change. If we step with the same people from our generation, nothing would change. So we get stuck in the way we
But
think.
people also
But
push things in the
generation changes the way that we think.
People also the younger generation also pushes things in the wrong direction too.
Well, everybody
And-
does. That's just there's push and pull of good and bad, right?
Well, we shouldn't view new humans as a means to an end. Like, let's bring someone into existence so they can try to make the world a better place. Like, you're still using someone, and it's a lot of pressure to put on someone. And a lot of our problems are honestly too big to change. They're too big to fail, too big
So-
to change.
Okay, this message is a little bit different than what you're talking about.
Yeah, because this is very
message is
multifaceted.
Yeah, because this message is like there's a lot of children out there that don't have homes. If you're gonna have children, like you might as well give your love
And
to
this
someone
one,
else
too.
to help raise, right?
This one too.
Yeah, it's anything else, right? Like if you can adopt dogs and treat them like children, you should be able to treat children like children humanely, right? But yours is also like we shouldn't even be creating.
Exactly.
We don't even deserve to be.
Because
on
that's
this
what we
earth.
all believe. Every one of us here believes we shouldn't be creating new humans. That's why we're out here doing it. Like,
Well, obviously, I don't necessarily agree with that. I
well,
think
we
have the
don't.
ability
That's
to
fine if
change
you
the
don't
way that we
agree.
think.
Our goal isn't
Yeah.
to get everyone to agree with us because that's impossible.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you're gonna get some shit on that one. That one, you're gonna get a lot of support.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter to me though. Like we get a lot of support with this one too. I just want signs that provoke thought and stir conversations and that are honest. Like we believe in it. Like it's not something we just we're making up just to get like attention.
Okay.
So it's how we honestly feel.
Yeah. I think
but-
honestly, there's more like my nieces, nephews. Half of them don't want to have kids.
Good. Yeah.
Because of the same thing, the cost, money, and then kind of how you said, which I think is more selfish, which is like, I don't want to take care or spend money or raise it because it's too hard. But it is hard, depending on where you live.
Well, that's not selfish because
right?
you're looking out for the welfare of that individual,
Yeah.
the well-being of that individual. Because if you take on more than you can handle, they're going to be neglected and
But I also
suffer.
think that coming from a family where we didn't have anything, when you have nothing, you learn to appreciate more than someone who has so much that they don't, right?
Yeah, much of the time.
Just because you've struggled doesn't mean you shouldn't have children. Only then you're saying
Well,
only
we
the
think-
wealthy can have children.
Well, that's not what we're saying. We're, like I said in the way beginning, our message is geared to all humans
I was
equally.
gonna say your message is just we should
Yeah.
eradicate.
So it doesn't matter if you're the most. It doesn't matter if you're whether you're the most ethical person or most immoral person. It's equal, you know.
Yeah.
Richest, poorest.
Well, if we all volunteered to not have kids, then we would slowly die off.
Well, we're hurtling towards extinction right now. Our planet's
Yes,
poison.
yes,
Our planet.
yes,
We literally live in an unhealthy atmosphere.
We're gonna kill ourselves off.
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna kill ourselves off.
Yeah.
We're gonna kill ourselves off.